A survey just released this morning by the investment firm Charles Schwab sheds light on the finances of Bay Area residents. The study shows people say it takes $4 million to be considered wealthy. Meanwhile, just more than half of all Bay Area residents, 51%, say they're living paycheck to paycheck. And just more than 1 in 4, 26%, say they have a financial plan. Joining us this morning, happy to welcome Colleen O Brien back from Charles Schwab in Oakland and Berkeley. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
A lot of people say it all comes down to a plan. A lot of people say, I don't make enough money to warrant a plan. When is it time to start?
It's time to start the minute you get your first paycheck, quite frankly. The Modern Wealth Survey Index indicated that 51% of Bay Area residents feel like they're not ready to have a plan. And the bottom line is, at each stage of your life, you should be planning ahead for all the different situations that occur in your life.
So let's pretend I just graduated college. I'm happy to have landed my first job. Even if I'm not investing in the long term, how could I manage what's coming home every 2 weeks?
Well, how you manage it is you look at what your debts are and what your expenses are, and then you have to save, right? So it's about how do you manage paying for your expenses as well as managing saving. And the most successful people do that. They're planning. They're planning at every stage of their career and their financial life.
So for those people who say, I don't have any money to save, you don't buy that?
I don't buy it. There's a way to look at what you're putting out from an expense standpoint and balance the two.
Some of the most costly things I've found are the recurring charges. I sign up for cable. Now I'm paying $100+ every month. I have a fancy cell phone plan. Maybe that's $100 a month. What do you want people to look at?
I want them to look at what really is their necessities, because we know that the minute you begin saving early, you have more freedom with your money. You have more choices, and this survey also indicated that it's not always about the wealth and the money in the household. It's about, how do I live the life that I want to live? And doing that requires that you create some sort of a structure and a plan around your expenses and your savings.
And with so many things, discipline is easier to build when you're young, instead of surprising me at age 55 saying, oh, you should have been putting away $1,000 every month.
Absolutely, and that's the key. You know, we all have different things in our life that we're saving for, whether it's a house, whether it's an education, whether it's a vacation. But the more you plan it out with your money, the more freedom it gives you, and it allows you to enjoy your life more for those non-financial things that really are the basis of what you're saving for.
So it's not all about the bottom line in my bank account as far as what's making me happy?
Definitely not. The survey revealed that it's about the time I spend with people. It's about freedom. It's about living a quality life.
I have friends here who say it hurt them to put out the money for a weekly housekeeper, but they say that's the best money they spend. Is that the sort of freedom that you're talking about?
It is. It's about living the life that you want to live and still being financially stable. The most stressful thing in our lives is worrying about money. Right. And everybody has done it time to time. But the more you create a written financial plan, we've found out that those planners create better situations for their personal lives, their stress-free lives, and they get to do the things that they want to do.
Okay, very good. Colleen O Brien of Charles Schwab here in Oakland and Berkeley. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.